Oh, looks like an eye. Whoa, look at that. All right. It doesn't feel like a fish. Or is it? It's a fish! Holy crap! Alright, so looks like we got a drift that's going to be taking us out into the lake. So we're going to go up close to shore and then take this drift down through the 7 feet to 12 feet to 14 feet to 20 feet. And we're just going to do the shad presentation as we like to do over here. 1/8 ounce tube head jig. Tube head because it matches sort of the shape. And the hook is relatively small and sort of syncs up there with the shape of the Berkley Gulp. Kind of inconspicuous. Even though it's not designed for this application, it really works. Got some activity around us, looks like a bait ball. Cast down to it. That's a fish. Shallow. Nice. Walleye. Real shallow. 5 feet deep only right here. Keeper size. We're releasing fish today. Yeah, this is just on the bait ball. There's some, you see the minnows coming to the surface and fish coming to the surface. That's what this guy's doing. Dip that in the Berkley Gulp juice. Run a little bit of the juice up the line. Get rid of the human scent on there. So with the bait ball, the fish swim through the bait ball with their mouths open, and they kill or they stun a bunch of the minnows, and the dead ones go to the bottom. So the bigger fish will go right towards the bottom. They'll also swim through the bait ball, so you can kind of like use the swim bait action through the bait ball, or imitate the dead or dying ones. I usually do the latter because I'm lazy. Fish. Oh, that's a good fish. Oops. .7 feet deep. This is where the shad are. So this is where the fish are. 4.6 feet deep. Get that out. Trying to get a walleye while I'm getting this guy off of here. That's some good coloration on this one. Alright, this one's snagged up. Before I go out there to retrieve it, I'm going to fish here a little bit. Because we're in the quiet and the shallows here. It's only 3.9 feet deep. And I don't want to move around here too much. So I'm going to leave that one snagged up. Let it sit. Maybe a fish will even take it out of the snag. Who knows? And I'm going to work this one in there. Super shallows, 3.9 feet. Because you just never know. You never know where the fish are going to be. It doesn't really matter. I mean, those two guys were here before I were, and they went right to the 13-foot spot, which is usually pretty hot. It's not now because the fish are all shallow. So, you know, it's not a question of where to fish, it's how to fish it. Well, that's doing something. That was snagged. And now I'm seeing it do some activity. What is this? This is something, weeds or something. I'm pulling something in. It doesn't feel like a fish. Or is it? It's a fish! Holy crap! This is a first. No kidding. Thank you, catfish. I've got nothing but appreciation for you, buddy. I'm 90% sure this fish took it out of a snag. This thing's not big enough to simulate a snag. Guys, how is that for a good resolution? Snagged up, let it sit, work this one, fish takes it out of the snag. And I'm glad he didn't swallow it or anything, because I really appreciate this fish. Let me get him back in right away. There's a fish. Coming up, where are you? We're at 6 feet of water. Ooh, this one's got fish too. Another cat. Alright, I'm gonna get this one free first. Hitting both of these hooks with a hook sharpener. Don't you fall, it is cooling off. Alright, so we're following this bait ball deeper and deeper because what's happening here is the water's getting warmer. It's up to 69 degrees. And so the bait fish that don't like a temperature change of more than 3 degrees have to keep moving. So we're not doing drop off fishing here, we're just following the shad. And then eventually they'll just go to the drop-offs whenever they find a temperature that they like. But right now they're on the move, so we're on the move. That's a fish. A catfish, that's okay. I'll get him right back in. Oh, it's got something. Oh, little fish. Where are you? It's a little white perch. There's one of those today. There's a fish. It might be the attack of the white perch. Oh, it's a little heavier. I'll see what this thing is. Oh, no. Yellow perch. Very cool. Fourth species. It's got a fish. Or a bite. Going. Alright, got some clouds coming in. It's always nice for the walleye bite to sort of give them some shade. Let their eyes adjust. Better than their prey. You don't need clouds here to catch walleye, though. It's always nice, though. Good fighter, whatever it is. Oh, looks like an eye. And I kind of called it with the cloud action. Kind of like Nostradamus over here, but we are nowhere near a drop off. We are just chasing bait balls around. There's a fish. Oh, nice fish. Real solid. Whoa, look at that. Alright, it's going underneath the boat like it's trying to cut the line like a striper. What are you, a big cat? I think it's a big cat. It's a really nice fish though. Whoa. Come here, buddy. Best fighter here in a while. Look at you. Alright, you guys, well, that is gonna do it. Out of time here. That was a lot of fun. Hope you guys enjoyed. This was a little different one. This was fishing the open water for bait balls. Usually I'm fishing the drop-offs. My last video was called This Can't Fail, a strategy for fishing drop-offs, which can fail if the fish aren't there because they're chasing bait balls around the lake. It fails when the fish are out and about. You have to be out and about. Hopefully this helps somebody. You know, someone catch walleye. I struggled to catch walleye. When I first moved to Pennsylvania, I could not catch them. You know, when I moved here, it was years ago, but I couldn't catch them in New York. I couldn't catch them in Ohio, Pennsylvania, because I'd usually fished in Canada before that with my dad as a kid. And I really wanted to catch walleye in Pennsylvania because it's a very sentimental fish for me. It reminds me of my childhood. It reminds me of my dad who's passed. I couldn't catch them, and years went by. I struggled, and it wasn't until I figured out exactly how the shad move and how they behave. All this stuff I had to learn on my own. I think a lot of people just keep their secrets, you know, close to their vest, and I get that. You know, people don't want to share. They're afraid, you know, that if others learn what they do, there will be fewer fish out there. I just have a completely different view. I just think that everybody should be catching more fish. I'm happy to share my information. Because if people learn where I fish and I tell them where I fish, if it gets pressured, the same skills that I use to find those spots, I'll find other spots. I believe in those skills, so I'm not worried about that. I'm not worried about people fishing where I fish. You're welcome to come. I say where I fish. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one.